Okay. Hello.
Hello. Yes, I'm very well. How are you?
Good. What's new?
Uh, Nothing really. No, nothing's new.
Oh, that'll
Just
be
the same,
good.
same old, same old. What
Should be a
about
good
you?
should be a good episode then.
What's new for you?
Not much. So let's start by saying we're probably not going to do too many more of these. We've decided, right?
Yes,
So we'll probably do this one, maybe another one, but somewhere in the realm of 2 to 3 more we'll be doing of these. And
yes,
then
yes,
hopefully we get syndicated because that's where the real money is.
yes, yes. Well, of course it will be. I mean,
Um,
not.
Go ahead.
I was going to say not probably, definitely.
Thank you. Well, the truth is, Mother, there is something new with you.
Is that?
Yes,
Oh, will you remind me?
I will. You have a new friend.
Oh, yes,
So let's
Harry.
start from the beginning. What's
Yes.
happened? Walk us through it. It's big, big news.
Big
Huge.
news. Well, anyway, I had the shed at the bottom of the garden taken down. That was the start of it, I think.
Sure.
Um, and last week I saw a hedgehog walking along the road, and they're very rare in the day. And he was doing this with his little legs, poor little thing.
They're nocturnal.
They're nocturnal, so it was a surprise to see. I couldn't
Sure.
believe what it was to start with. So anyway, then
What did you think? It was just like a sick cat or an unwashed cat at first?
No, I left him because I didn't know what to do.
Of
And
course
then
you left. Oh, would the option of, as opposed to leaving him, have been to pick him up and just transfer?
yes,
I always
yes,
feel
yes,
like whenever I do that with a bug, that it's time travel. Like if you take a caterpillar from like one, from the front of your house to the back, they're just like, my God, I've moved so fast. Okay, so you didn't do anything. Undisturbed hedgehog. Okay.
yeah. So anyway, the next morning, the night before, I had bought some garlic bread. It was like a flat bread, and I didn't like the smell of it. I couldn't stand it. So I cut it up into little tiny pieces, and I put it out for what I thought was the birds. And there was quite a lot of it. Anyway, the next morning when I got up, there was this hedgehog, a big one, bigger than the one I'd seen on the road.
Oh, different.
It was a different one, yes. And he was there, and he was absolutely gobbling, going round and round and eating.
Going to town on this garlic bread that for a human was too strong. And he's pounding garlic bread.
But what was so funny was he was going around and he was sort of like sniffing it. And I couldn't work out whether he was taking the pieces with more garlic or whether he was trying to get the plainer pieces.
I think I know which ones it was.
And anyway, and he went round and round and he ate sort of a good half of it. Then he wandered down, because the garden here is split, it's like a split level. And he went down to the bottom level. And then I watched again. I thought he'd gone, and I watched again, and then he wandered up again, and he started on the other half. And all of a sudden,
how many slices of garlic bread would you say?
Well, it was like a flatbread, and it was probably
like a non-bread size.
Yes, it was thin. It was probably like a thick crust pizza, a thick crust pizza type of thing.
Sure. And so here you are feeding a hedgehog a deep dish.
And then the birds came, and it was so funny because they gobbled up the rest of it. And they didn't actually. They gobbled some of it, and then he came back, and he had some more. And the next thing I looked at, and he was passed out on the grass up here.
He was in a food coma.
Yeah, and I looked at
he was like an American after the Super Bowl.
Yes, and he looked really fat, and I thought, oh, what have I done to him? And I didn't want to go out because I thought, oh golly, I hope I haven't killed him. Anyway, I think I went out for a walk or did something. And
let's say that you did kill a hedgehog with garlic bread. How would that make you feel if you garlic murdered a hedgehog?
Oh, I feel so bad because they're an endangered species, and I felt really bad because I had a feeling they were, because my neighbor had said to me, "Did you take down the shed?" And she'd seen a hedgehog in her garden, and I said yes, and I said,
You've
I
got a
told her
hedgehog.
hedgehog.
That's what you
Yes.
had.
Yeah. So anyway, so then I was telling Nick, your brother, and Bruno, my grandchild, and Bruno looked up what they would eat, and apparently they eat green beans, carrots, tomatoes. So I cooked the next morning. I did him a cook, like a
You
little
made him a meal.
cooked vegetable mix,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
And I put that out, and I put some lettuce because I thought he might eat the lettuce.
Sure.
And he never touched that. That never went. So that night I took the lettuce away. I thought, well, I wonder if it's that, and I left
Throwing
the other
him
thing.
off.
Yeah,
Right.
but then the next morning when I got up, all that had gone. Oh, and I put some little cat treats out. I bought him some cat treats.
And you've been feeding the Harry the hedgehog, as you called him, for a little while.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
funny also that a hedgehog is gleaning you, because now the shoe's on the other foot a little bit. And then so you sort of have developed this morning evening relationship with this hedgehog where you're sort of leaving out food for the hedgehog to eat. And
Yes.
he seems to be eating it, but you've not laid eyes on him again.
No, and I didn't put anything out because I think one of the things they say is that you don't want wild animals to become too domesticated and look for human food. So the last couple of nights I put nothing out. But then I was talking to one of my neighbors yesterday, and he said he'd seen this baby hedgehog that was walking along the road, and he didn't think he was very well, and he'd put him in a box and he'd taken him to the vet down the road. And he also told me in the same story that he'd been feeding a hedgehog and he'd been putting cat food out for him, and he hadn't been the last few days. So I think I've been feeding his hedgehog. But anyway, took the little tiny baby one to the vet, and they phoned and told him that the little baby had died overnight, which was a shame.
Jesus. Well, that's not fun.
It was very. Yes, yeah. But
did they test it for garlic bread?
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't have eaten any because he was on the road.
It's the circle of life, Mother. You don't know how it works.
No. But anyway, so I'm not. I haven't seen the neighbour again, so I don't know whether the last couple of nights the hedgehog's gone back to him to get the cat.
Sure.
But anyway, so that's the story.
Well, that's the story, and that's the theme of this episode. What do you think that means?
I think it's rather nice.
Do you think I have something planned? Today, we're going to play true or false hedgehog facts.
Fire away. I wouldn't know anything.
And today we have a contestant, Pam Reynolds, a traditional Brummie. Pam, what do you do for work?
I don't. I'm retired.
Oh, what did you do for work?
I was a sales rep.
That's fantastic. Let's get into it. Okay, Mummy, true or false? The average lifespan of a hedgehog is right around a year.
I'd say true.
True. False. 2 to 5 years is how long the average hedgehog lives.
Oh,
unless I was just going to say, unless you intervene, then the average lifespan is about 4 weeks. Hedgehogs, among the things you've listed that they enjoy, also enjoy eggs.
Oh, I think Bruno
True or false?
I would say it's true. Okay.
True. They like eggs.
Yes.
You've already alluded to cat and dog food, which is true.
Yes.
They are called hedgehogs because they live in bushes and audibly snort.
Interesting. Because they do have little snouts.
We're playing a game. So true or false? The whole thing.
I know.
Please stop. Please stop. We're going to go from the top. And we're back. We've got Pam Reynolds. Pam, what do you do for work? That's great. Okay, we're going to move on. They're called hedgehogs because they live in bushes and snort.
I'd say that's true.
That is also true.
Yes.
So we've discussed the things they like to eat. As far as what they like to drink, hedgehogs do enjoy milk.
Oh, true.
True. False.
False.
They're lactose intolerant.
Oh, okay. I
So
won't put
don't be
milk.
giving it. Yeah, you're gonna have, you know. Yeah, yeah, that's right. You're gonna have hedgehogs if you're not careful.
I'm going to need a hedgehog cemetery.
That's right. Now, their little snout, the large snout does little more than help the hedgehog breathe. The large long snout does little more than help the hedgehog breathe.
I'd say that's false.
Why?
Mainly because when I saw my hedgehog eating the garlic bread, it was
Harry,
almost
have
as
some
if,
respect, Harry.
as if he was going around sniffing for plain garlic.
Because they use their little noses, their long, large snouts to hunt. So yes, you're right. False. False.
Good,
They have.
good.
That's right.
Good.
There is more than one species of hedgehog.
True.
True? How many do you think there are? It is true. How many do you think there are?
Maybe 2 or 3? 3?
2 to 3? 15.
No.
Yes, there's the Italian hedgehog, which is known to love garlic. That's not true.
Oh, it probably likes pasta.
Let's pump the brakes over there, Pam, who's retired. You're not going to be feeding the hedgehog, spaghetti carbonara or anything like that. Please. Promise?
No problem.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I won't.
You've already pizza stuffed him, basically.
Yes.
A hedgehog has over 10,000 spikes. Now, Pam, remember, a trip to the Bahamas is on the line.
Oh, I would say false.
False. Well, why would that be false?
Because the one I was looking at here, I wouldn't have thought there were 10,000.
How are you able to count hedgehog spikes in your head?
I'm not, but I'm just thinking they're very small. They're about that size, and I can't think you would get 10,000 spikes on something that size, but I could be completely wrong.
Remember when I wanted to change my name to Spike legally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did you tell me?
I don't remember.
You'll regret this, and I regret your poor decision every day.
Yeah.
You're right. False. The hedgehog has between 5,000 to 7,000 spikes.
Oh, that's a lot, though, isn't it?
It's a lot. What would you have guessed?
I can feel the trip to the Bahamas. I wouldn't have known.
Very exciting for you.
I'm not very good.
Unfortunately, I should point out you need to get everyone right for the trip to the Bahamas, so it's already off.
Oh, I've already failed.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a very tough quiz, isn't it?
It's not easy, but if you get the rest of the questions right, you do win a jet ski. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. How are you going to get the jet ski to me?
How do you think? I'm going to drive it across the ocean like a man. Okay. They self-anoint when stimulated, which I just want to point out I do as well. They self-anoint. Do you know what self-anointing means?
Well, anointing means to bless something, doesn't it? With
so do you believe that it would be a hedgehog, I guess, doing this? The old the hedgehog self-anoint.
I think by doing that, pass down.
What they're known to be quite religious. They're very pious. What self-anointing means they cover themselves in like foamy saliva. Now, do you think they self-anoint?
I'd say that's very possible.
Well, that's not the game. The game we're playing is true or false.
Oh, I'll play true.
True. They self-anoint. They do it to basically cover themselves so that they don't smell. And keep themselves, much like how a cat cleans themselves, but I think they also do it for hunting to like get the, scent off them. Although I don't know if they eat meat. They eat eggs. Who knows? Yeah. Hedgehogs are mostly monogamous. So this would insinuate that Harry is taking some of the bread and potentially going back and vomiting it up for a partner, or bringing a carrot back for a partner. Are hedgehogs monogamous? Do they put a ring on it?
But one partner, isn't it? Monogamous.
Do they mainly have one partner?
Yes.
False. They're a solitary animal.
Oh.
They're like me. They're like you.
Okay.
We
Yes.
are, you know.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I self-anoint, which is why I think partially I am, solitary.
You're covered in saliva.
My saliva. Yeah.
Yes.
Every time before I get on stage, I self-anoint, and it takes an hour.
That's
least.
good.
That's a
good.
lot of surface area. And then
It
to do
is.
the face, you do the obvious.
Yeah, like no wonder you've got Jose. You've learned from him how to
He's
self-anoint.
a great teacher. He is a great
A
teacher.
great self-anointer.
He's a great self-anointer. A group of hedgehogs is known as a scrum.
I don't know what they are, but I'll say it's true.
You'll say it's true? Well, unfortunately, you've just lost the jet ski because it's false. It's called an array. A group of hedgehogs is called an array. You got no trip to the Bahamas. You've got no jet ski. But
Reynolds.
Pam, here's the good news. If you get the rest of these right, you get 200 quid.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Lovely.
Okay.
Lovely job.
All right. So let's really lock in here. Let's lock in.
Right.
Finish
I'm
strong.
locked.
Okay.
I'm locked. Really concentrating.
Okay. That's right. All right. Okay, here we go.
Are you self-anointing?
I have been a little bit, but just the lower parts. I'll finish the
Yes.
rest when we're done.
Yes.
Hedgehogs can travel up to a half a mile in a night. They're nocturnal evenings, but no more than a full mile, or no more than a mile necessarily. So between 0.5 to 1 mile, which I know is not metric.
True.
True. False. They can go up to 2 miles a night. So he probably did. Yeah, the money's gone, the jet ski's gone, the trip to the Bahamas is off. But if you get the rest of them right, I'll clap at the end of this for you.
Oh, I thought you were going to change the rules again.
No, you've lost everything. I mean, what do you want me to do? It's a rules are rules. The audience at home knows how this game's played. Good Lord. Very greedy, Pam. What did you do for work again? Were you a banker? You seem to have this hoarding attitude.
No, I lived on commission, you see.
You lived on what? Commission?
Commission only. So, I mean, that's why I'm protecting myself.
So you're self-anointing?
Yes. I've got my prickly hedgehog bits sticking out.
Okay, that's enough of that. Hedgehogs are born blind.
True.
True. Very, very confident true. Walk me through this.
I think I've heard that. I don't know why.
Are you thinking of moles?
Probably.
Probably. Well, what do you want to do? You want to say true? Do you want to say false?
I'm going to stick with true.
You're sticking with true, even after I've given you a big mole pushback.
Yes, I'm going to stick with true.
Pam, your parents raised a stickler, and thank God they did you right. That's absolutely right. They are born blind. Well done. Well done. A hedgehog, when domesticated, can recognize their name.
False.
False. Totally false. Yeah, that one. That felt like a reach even for me. Even as I was saying it, that feels very false. That's like when I call Jose. He's like, Jose.
Well, it's like I tried calling Harry and he never batted an eyelid.
Well, but you've not. I don't know if, but you've not. I mean, you've given. How much time cumulative have you spent around Harry?
Not a lot, because I haven't wanted to disturb him.
Right. So yeah, but either way, no, they won't come. They won't recognize them.
They won't come.
However, they can be domesticated. There's a lot of stuff about how they can be domesticated, but to what you're saying, you're absolutely right. You either have to, for lack of a better term, shit or get off the pot. You decide if you're keeping it. It's not going to be a wild hedgehog. And, I get the idea of keeping it a little bit because, like you said, they are endangered. But I also think, I like your system.
Yeah, I think he's living under one of the hedges here, so it's nice.
On brand, very
yes.
on brand.
Yes.
Hedgehogs bite. They'll bite you.
Yes. True.
Yes, true. Also true. Well done. God, it's a shame there's no prize left.
No, it's
because you're finally catching. You're hitting your stride here, and there's just nothing to play for but applause.
A very unfair quiz. I don't know where you've got the idea.
Christ, what was that? Good God. Did you see that?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure you saw that too.
It moved.
It moved. I agree. It moved. Hedgehogs enjoy mint.
True,
Why so confident?
because it's a wild plant. I've got some mint actually. If it's right, if it's true, I'll put some out.
Well, I want to say it's false because I think you're going to over mint him, but it is true. They like mint. I don't know if it's necessarily to eat mint or they just like using mint on themselves a little bit for, you know.
Perhaps it cleans their little teeth.
Sure. Let's say that they use the mint to clean their little teeth, and again,
Minty breath.
they are into spearmint. Absolutely, they love. I mean, that's how, you know, they're into that.
Yes.
Hedgehogs can kill humans.
I wouldn't think so, but I would think if they've got some kind of hedgehog disease, they could.
Like hogmanilla or something.
Yes, yes, like
Hogmanilla.
hogmonia, like pneumonia.
Hogmonia, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're going with a hedgehogs can kill humans, true or false?
Well, it depends what angle you're coming at it from. I wouldn't think they could kill you with their spikes or their teeth, but I would
Okay.
think if you've got a nasty disease, they could.
Hedgehogs can kill people with salmonella.
There you go.
I thought that was just for fish. Who knew? Hedgehogs will enjoy a warm bath.
False.
False. Well, Mom, you've not done it again because that's true. They like a little warm bath.
Do they?
They do. They like little warm baths. So you could put, if
Push a
yeah.
little.
Now, I think I need to tell you this more than anybody. Don't put Marks and Spencer's bubble bath in the hog brew.
I won't. I won't.
So if you're gonna leave them a little warm bath, but yeah, they would like a little. So maybe tonight. I mean, you don't want to put out boiling water because then you're gonna have poached hog in the morning. So, you know, but I maybe leave out a little warm bath for Harry. I don't know. Do you have a little? Do you have an appropriate hog dish?
Trying to think if I've got some. Yes, I do. I've got a little pie dish that I could leave.
Great.
And
don't use it until fully washed again after that, because then you'll have salmonella.
I throw it away. I actually think it's something that I inherited from the street, so it'll be perfect.
Now, Mother, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. When you say inherited from the street, that feels like a very classy way of saying something you found on the weird wall.
Yes, it was from the wall.
So from your magical wall, some woman left that out, and you say,
I think it's going to make a lovely hedgehog bath now. And then when he comes out of the bath, I'll put some mint for him.
You could probably put a little mint in the bath. Well, maybe don't put it in the bath. But have you used your pie tray for anything ever, or your little pie dish?
I don't think I have. No,
Oh,
I think I looked at it.
Go ahead.
Well, I think I looked at it and thought I don't have a little. It's a smaller pie dish about size, but I think it'd make a nice hedgehog bath.
Okay, and you acted like that was what its life purpose was, just so you know, and that's not true. You just again picked up rubbish, and then here we are. You're finding a way to actually use it, but until now, you've just been hoarding garbage. Pam, we're back, and we're back. Welcome to True or False Hedgehog. We were just having a little talk at the break. Pam loves to cook pies. Now, Pam, what did you do for work again? All right, now we've got to keep moving. Hedgehogs have sensitive bellies that they do not want touched.
I'd say that's false.
False. So you believe the hedgehog has a belly that it likes to have touched.
That's a little tummy rub.
It likes a tummy rub. Well, Mom, I hate to tell you this, but you are absolutely right. They like a belly rub. Hedgehogs do enjoy a belly rub. The spikes are for protection, and they go into the ball when they're protecting themselves. But if somehow you find yourself in the position that you have, where you've been bathing a hedgehog in your old weird pie dishes and leaving out basically pizza for them, I'm sure you've gotten close enough where you could probably give Harry a little underbelly, rub.
Yes.
Hedgehogs can be potty trained. You can train. This would be in a domesticated situation. You would be able to teach the hedgehog to go somewhere specific. You'd say false.
I would say false.
False. There's no way. Well, Pam, I hate to tell you this, but you are absolutely wrong.
I thought I was the way you were going.
Potty trained.
They
Yeah.
can be.
They can be. Now, I don't know if we could go as far as get them to use the toilet like I did with Jose for a little while, but I think if you give them a receptacle and a respectable, they'll be able to use it. I just want to circle back on the bath thing. I wonder if hedgehogs, if like the older hedgehogs ever make a bath and then take it and then ask the younger hedgehogs to get in the same bath water like the family did to me when I was a child, where you guys made us share bath water.
I would say it was a very strong possibility.
Now, just very quickly, you made us share bath water. Do you stand by that? Does that not seem like a disgusting thing?
Certainly when we were in England, well, we did as a family. We
Yes,
shared
no, but
bath.
I did. You forced me into your prison in England where I was sharing bath water with 6, 7 people.
Yes, yes, yes.
Murky water that just looked like a witch's cauldron's brew.
I did in this country. I don't think I did in America, did I?
No, you were very nice to me in America. You let me have my own water.
But I mean, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And
unless it means going in someone else's hair. Mother, this is the last one. So if you get this right, totally.
I'm going nowhere. I'm going nowhere, winning no money.
That means
no exercise equipment.
There's no need to even try.
Nothing.
What's the point of anything?
There's no point. I don't care whether I get it right or wrong. I've given up.
I couldn't agree more. Okay. Jesus Christ. Hedgehogs defecate once every few days.
True.
True. Pam, you've lost the final question because it's actually false. Hedgehogs are apparently constantly pooping.
Really?
Yes, they're pooping all the time, especially when young. They're just pooping.
I wonder what it looks like.
What a crazy question.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's on my grass and if it would be like manure.
I'm going to have to set a rule now because I know who you are. Do not go out there looking for pieces of hedgehog shit, okay? Please, promise me?
I won't.
Thank you.
I promise. I promise you I won't. I should be too busy running him a bath.
Right. And that's it. That was Hedgehog, true or false. Did you enjoy the game?
Oh, it was very good. It was very good.
Good time?
And I did lose, didn't I? But I think I got more right than wrong.
Let me ask the judges. No, more wrong than right. No, I think you probably did. You seem to have a good intuition with the hog.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
I think I was quite good at it, really, considering.
At the end of the day, you did quite well.
I wasn't expecting that category.
No, well, the game, you mean?
No. Well, then I didn't choose that game or the category.
Well, no, but that's not how this works. So I'm sorry.
No, I've realized.
Are you complaining?
No.
Are you mad because you didn't win your trip in your jet ski? Sorry. Good Lord. You know, you try to do something nice. That's what I'm saying. You try to do something nice, and then anyway.
Thank you. It was fun.
Good. Well done. You did very well, and we're all very proud of you here in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Did you have any pictures?
I did just pick a few, but I've got a feeling. I think we're back to doing repeats.
Oh, well, then let's not do them.
Well, I'm not too sure.
Here, I've got one or two.
Have you got some?
Remember this?
Oh, yes. What play was that?
Harvey.
That's right.
That's where I had an invisible rabbit friend, unlike your actual hedgehog friend.
That's a lovely picture.
Thank you.
Isn't it?
Yes, it's a lovely picture.
I do have one. Have you seen that one? Look. Have we done that one of you?
I don't know. Probably not. That's
I get a bit muddled up because
well, don't worry, we've only got a couple more to go. So it's almost
okay. Should I do one of me when I was?
We've seen this one of you. This is when your father said, what did your father say about it?
I look like Peter Pan. Look, somebody scribbled on the back of it.
Who do you think it was?
Me.
Why do you think it was?
I don't know, actually.
I bet I know why.
Because I wanted to scribble on the front. But
I bet you hated it, yeah.
You probably didn't. No.
Yeah.
See that little jumper I've got on? My mum would have knitted that. I remember her knitting it.
That's pretty good.
Isn't it nice? She was really good at knitting.
You don't knit.
Loved it. Pardon?
You don't knit.
No, I did knit. I can do knit. I can do knit one, purl one, and knit, but no, not really.
Am I the only one who's thinking maybe a turtleneck for the hedgehog?
Oh, I wonder if you'd have to knit, thinking of the spines in or out.
You would have to have some, some push, some give and take in there.
It would have to be expandable, wouldn't it?
At that point,
Yeah.
I think the hedgehog belongs inside. I think at that point we've fully domesticated the hedgehog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and you shouldn't do that. That's not fair. is it?
No.
No. I think he's better having his little bath outside.
I agree. Give him his hog brew.
Yes, exactly. No, so that's it really, because I think maybe.
Wow, you really, without my game today, this episode really would have been bad.
Would have been absolutely appalling.
What would we have done?
What a waste. What a waste of time.
I did so well.
You did, and you really came up with some
Nailed it.
You did. You nailed
Everyone's
it.
really impressed.
Very impressed. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
what entertainment have you got going on?
entertainment?
Yes. What events have you got?
Events have I got? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Where am I appearing for stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
and stuff?
You're appearing.
Next week I'll be in Texas, and then it goes on and on from there. I don't know. I never really know until the week before where I'm going.
Don't you?
Not really. I'm not very good at like having any clue about what's coming up. You know, when I travel with Dave, I often compare myself to a baby duck who just sort of follows the mama duck, and I would literally follow him to my death in traffic if he wanted to lead me there, you know. And then when I've traveled alone, after traveling with Dave for a couple of years, I traveled alone, like on tour, like going on a, you know, like when I was in Australia alone, I was like, where's my ticket? What's my gate? I need my dad, you know. So yeah, not a great adult. Do you feel like I'm good at being an adult?
Yes, I think you are. I think
That's
you're great.
All right, great.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
You're really good. Mind you, I once got on the wrong plane by mistake.
Can you imagine? That's impossible today, I think. Right?
I think it would now.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I think it was sort of impossible in those days, but
you
I
found
did.
a way. Where were you going, and where did you go?
I was flying. I originally started in Dallas, and I went Dallas to Chicago.
Where were
and I
you
was going
supposed to go though?
Milwaukee.
Okay, you're going home.
And yes, and so I was supposed to change planes in Chicago and got to Milwaukee, and I was reading a really, really good book, and I just kept my nose in the book and sort of walked onto the plane reading the book. Never heard anything until we'd sort of taken off, and the pilot said we'll be landing in Syracuse in, you know, in like 2.5 hours. And I went, what? And I asked the man next to me, who was quite stroppy, and I said, where's this plane going? And he said, Syracuse. And I said, oh.
Did you have assigned seats?
Yes, I think
Oh,
so.
weird.
Yes, I just in the number probably that it said on my ticket.
Or maybe another one at that point. You're just reading your book.
Yes, yeah, and he just stuck his nose in a book, or he was studying. I think I decided he was a doctor, and he put his nose in a science book. But
Like
they
a
were really,
hedgehog.
yes, but they were very nice to me. But I was supposed to land in Milwaukee. I don't know.
Instead, you went to the East Coast for a little while. That's fun.
Yes, and then I was really lucky because eventually I think it was about a 4-hour wait. But the plane that I'd gone in on was turning around and going back to Milwaukee, so I was able to get back.
Oh wow, that would not happen today. Today
Yeah.
would just be an absolute shit show.
No.
You would have
And they
ruined your life.
They never charged me a penny. I mean,
You would start a new life in Syracuse would be the move today. That's what you would do. You go, you know what, I'm just going to live here. I'm just going to be a Jersey person.
Yeah.
Any stand-up dates to promote, Mum?
I don't have anything. No. My life is quite mundane as far as stand-up goes.
Well, you'll get back out there soon. We all believe in you.
Yes, I will.
Once you have your
definitely.
new material, we're excited to hear it.
Yes, I know. I'm studying it already.
That's exactly how the art form works. Well done.
Yes.
Nailed, condensed and nailed down again. Well, Pam, thank you for playing. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Love you, Mummy.
I love you too, darling. That was very good fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you did a lot of research. I'm very pleased.
It took over 12 minutes. I'm not going to
I'm
lie. It took a long time. It really did. It was.
sure it did. I'm sure.
I was so deep in research. I got on a plane going to the Bahamas, where I had a hell of a time. You've got to go there, but unfortunately,
Well, I would have done if you'd have helped me with the quiz a bit. Give me a few little hints.
I'm the host. I'm not going to help. Okay.
Exactly.
You know what they call me? They call me the hedge host. Love you, mommy.
Love you too, darling. Bye bye.
Bye.